Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, grant me the privilege to sign the House Order 8 Rule 4 and call for suspension of House rules.
Chair of Operation, can you
move
please
a motion of urgent public importance on the urgent need for immediate relief and rehabilitation of 300 meters collapsed bridge linking Asaba community in Indokwa East local government area of Delta State and Uzere in Isoko South local government area of Delta State. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder? My name is Honorable Mohammed Dan Abbashehu, member representing Zaki Perel constituency from Bauchi State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion moved by my colleague as considered a matter of urgent importance. I so second.
Put the question. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you.
Police. Namde Zechi is my name, representing Indokwa Kwani Federal Constituency and from Delta State. Mr. Speaker, I stand here this morning to move a motion of urgent public importance to address the loss of lives as a result of the collapsed bridge in Delta State linking Asaba community and Uzere in Isoko South local government area. The House note the recent tragic collapse of a bridge that occurred on Wednesday, 18th October, severely affecting the vital link between Asaba and Uzere communities, which serve as the connecting point between Indokwa East and Indokwa and Isoko South local government areas of Delta State to Bayelsa and the River State. The House also note that this sudden bridge collapse is due to the natural disaster of tidal erosion, which resulted in the tragic loss of 2 lives and now pose a significant threat to the lives and well-being of the affected communities. The House also further note that this disaster has effectively severed the essential access between these communities, rendering them isolated and incapable of accessing vital services, including healthcare, marketplaces, education, and economic opportunities. Concerned that without urgent intervention, affected communities will continue to suffer from the consequences of this bridge collapse, which has disrupted their daily lives and livelihood. Worried about the hardship faced by the residents of Asaba in Indokwa East local government area of Delta State and the connected community of Uzere in Isoko South local government area of Delta State. The House be aware on the fact that the bridge and the road on both sides were initially constructed under the federal government in the 80s by Julius Berger Nigeria PLC, and therefore it is the responsibility of the federal government to ensure the rehabilitation and construction of this critical bridge infrastructure. Recognize the critical need to swift action and financial allocation to address the emergency situation and reinstate the bridge, thereby restoring the essential link between these communities. The House resolved as follows. 1. The House observe a minute silence in honor of the departed souls. 2. Call the House to call on the NDDC and Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, to urgently intervene and allocate necessary resources to address the collapse and construct a 300-meter bridge to serve as a crucial link between Asaba and Uzere communities in Delta State. And finally, Mr. Speaker, mandate the House Committee on Emergency and Disaster Management, FEMA, NDDC, and Works to ensure compliance. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Then shall we rise for a minute silence? Made. This motion is referred to the Committees on Emergency Disaster Management, FEMA, NDDC, and NOx.